Hello and welcome to hmcraft. Today I'm going to show you how to make this Ohmu, the bug-like creature from Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, complete with calm blue eyes. Oh, whoops. Unless you want an angry one with red eyes. They're perfect for any Studio Ghibli fan or for folks who want their own roly-poly pillbug. To get red or blue eyes, I took regular black doll eyelets and first spray painted a white primer, then sprayed my desired color, then added a gloss sealer to make them extra shiny. Whoop. Here are all the materials needed to make this pattern, as well as a lot of the terms that we'll be using. If it's easier for you to just see the instructions written out, I also have this pattern as a PDF that you can purchase on my website. Without further ado, let's begin. So for this pattern, we're going to use size 4 acrylic worsted yarn, and I'm using the color dark green. For my hook, I'm going to use a 4mm size F. So first, we're going to make a chain for the body. So wrap your yarn around your 2 fingers like this. Insert your hook underneath this first, and then pull the second. And just kind of let a knot form naturally. So now we have the yarn on our hook. Now we're going to make 13 chains. So yarn over, pull through. There's 1. So now we have a chain of 13, and we're going to skip this first stitch that is closest to our hook, and instead we're going to go into the stitch next to it, making a half double crochet. To do a half double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull through. So now we have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over again, and pull through all 3. That is a half double crochet. We'll have a total of 12 half double crochets on this chain. Alright, so now we have 12 half double crochet stitches. We're going to make 1 chain and turn our entire work. So now we will be working this direction for row 2. For row 2, we will do a half double crochet and then a half double crochet increase in the next stitch, and we will do that a total of 6 times. So half double crochet, half double crochet in the next stitch, and a half double crochet in that same stitch to make an increase. And we're going to do that 5 more times. And then we'll make 1 chain and turn. For row 3, we're going to be working in the back stitch only, and that will give it the ridges to make it look like a pill bug. So we're going to do 18 half double crochets in the back stitch only. Chain 1 and turn. For row 4, we're going to be working in the normal stitch, and we're going to do 2 half double crochets and a half double crochet increase a total of 6 times. So 1, 2 half double crochets and an increase. And 24. Chain 1 and turn. For row 5, we're going to be working in the back stitch only. We're going to do 24 half double crochets. 24. Chain 1 and turn. For row 6, we're going to do 3 half double crochets and a half double crochet increase, a total of 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, and an increase. 4, 5, and we're going to repeat that 5 more times. 30. Chain 1 and turn. For row 7, we're going to be working in the back stitch only, and we're going to make 30 half double crochets. 30. Chain 1 and turn. For row 8, we're going to have a lot of changes in stitch size. So we're going to start out doing 4 single crochets. So no wrapping the yarn around the hook before we insert. We just insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through, and that's your single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're going to do a single crochet increase. So 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Now we're going to do 4 half double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do a half double crochet increase. 1, 2 in the same stitch. Now we're going to do 4 double crochets. So we'll do a yarn over, insert the hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, only pull the yarn through 2 of the loops on your hook. So we have 2 loops on our hook. Again, yarn over, pull through those. That's a double crochet. So we're going to do 3 more of those. Okay, now we're going to do a double crochet increase, so 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So in that same stitch, and we're going to do that a second time with double crochet. So 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a double crochet increase. Now we'll do 4 half double crochets. And a half double crochet increase. Now 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and in this last stitch we're going to do a single crochet increase. 1, 2. Chain 1 and turn. For row 9 we're going to work in the back stitch only, and we're going to do first just 1 single crochet, and then we're going to do 34 half double crochets. Okay. For 1 single crochet into that back stitch only, chain 1 and turn. For row 10 we'll do a normal stitch, not the back stitch only. We're going to do 1 single crochet and 34 half double crochets. 34. Now we'll do 1 single crochet, chain 1 and turn. For row 11 we're going to work in the back stitch only, and we're going to do 16 half double crochets, 1, 16, and then we're going to do 2 half double crochet decreases. Half double crochet decrease, we yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, insert into the next stitch after that, yarn over, pull through. So we'll have 5 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 5. And we're going to do that one more time. So yarn over, yarn over, and through all 5 loops. And now we're going to do 16 half double crochets. One, 16. Chain 1 and turn. So now we're really starting to get this curve going, and that is the head of our Ohmu. So now we're going to finish off and make the rest of the body. For row 12, we're going to have a variety of stitches again. So this is going to be 6 single crochets, 1, 2, Now 6 half double crochets. 1, now we're going to do 10 double crochets. 10. Now we'll do 6 half double crochets. And then 6 single crochets. Chain 1 and turn. For row 13, we're going to work in the back stitch only. And we're going to do 15 half double crochets. And then 2 half double crochet decreases. So first one and second one. And then 15 half double crochets. 1, 15, chain 1 and turn. For row 14, we're going to have that variety of stitch sizes again, and we will be working in the main stitch. So first off, 6 single crochets, 6, and then 6 half double crochets, 1, 6, then 8 double crochets. Next we'll do 6 half double crochets, 1, 6, and finally 6 single crochets. 1, 6, chain 1 and turn. For row 15, we're going to be working in the back stitch only, and we're going to do 14 half double crochets. 1, 14. Now we'll do 2 half double crochet decreases. There's our first decrease. And our second decrease. And now we'll do 14 half double crochets in that back stitch only. 1, 14, chain 1 and turn. For row 16, we're going to do 5 single crochets to start. Five half double crochets. 1, 5, and then 10 double crochets. Then we'll do 5 half double crochets. And then 5 single crochets. Chain 1 and turn. For row 17, we're going to work in the back stitch only, and we're going to make 13 half double crochets. 1, 13, and then we're going to make 2 half double crochet decreases. 1, 2, and then 13 half double crochets. 13, chain 1 and turn. For row 18, we're going to make 5 single crochets through both loops. 1, 5, and then 5 half double crochets. 1, 5, and then 8 double crochets. 1, 8, and then 5 half double crochets. 1, 5, and finally 5 single crochets. 1, 5, then a chain and turn. For row 19, we're going to work in the back stitch only, and we're going to do 12 half double crochets. 1, 12. And then we're going to do 2 half double crochet decreases. 1, 2, 2, and then 12 half double crochets. 1, 12, chain 1, and turn. For row 20, we're going to make 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 half double crochets. Ten double crochets. 1, 10. And then 4 half double crochets. And finally 4 single crochets. Four, chain 1, and turn. For row 21, we're going to work in the back stitch only. We're going to make 11 half double crochets. 11, and then 2 half double crochet decreases. 1, 2, and then 11 half double crochets. 1, 11, chain 1, and turn. For row 22, we're going to make 4 single crochets. 4 half double crochets. 8 double crochets. Oop. 1, 8. And then 4 half double crochets. And then 4 single crochets. Chain 1 and turn. For row 23, we're going to work in the back stitch only, and we're going to do 2 single crochets, a single crochet decrease, 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, and then a half double crochet decrease, and then 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and then a double crochet decrease, yarn over, insert into the first hook or into the first loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 of the loops, yarn over, insert the hook into the next loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 of the loops, so we have 3 on the hook now, yarn over, pull through those 3, and that is a double crochet decrease. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and then another double crochet decrease. Yep. Okay, and then 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, and then a half double crochet decrease. Now we're going to do 2 single crochets, and then single crochet decrease. Chain 1 and turn. For row 24, we're going to do a single crochet. This is through both loops, and then a single crochet decrease, a half double crochet, a half double crochet decrease, and then a double crochet, and a double crochet decrease, and then we're going to do another double crochet, and then a double crochet decrease, now a half double crochet, a half double crochet decrease, a single crochet, and a single crochet decrease. Chain 1 and turn. For row 25, we're going to work in the back stitch only, and we're going to do 6 single crochet decreases. Chain 1 and turn. And for our final row, row 26, we're just going to do 6 single crochets. So now we're just going to fasten it off, and to do that we will take our scissors and cut the yarn just a couple inches, and we can slip stitch it through, and we can weave in the loose ends or just leave it on the inside of its body. And so this is the general shape that we have. We'll notice that there is a little bit more yarn on this side, but as it gets sewn together, that will end up shaping up nicely. To insert the eyes, we're going to put 6 eyes between rows 5 and 6 and 8 between 7 and 8. So the way to tell the number of rows, you have 2 rows for every ridge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this row will have 6 eyes, 7, 8. That row will have 8 eyes. So I like to just kind of split it 50-50. And before I add the backing, we're just going to place them where I think makes sense. So we'll do 3 on one side, and 3 on the other, with about 2 stitches between each eye. So there's 6. And how does it look when folded in half? We want the 2 top ones to be relatively centered. I think that looks pretty good. And then between rows 7 and 8, we'll add 8, so 4 per side. So I try to line up 2 of them in the middle to match rows 5 and 6. No, that's a little bit off. This is why we don't add the backing. We can also use different sized eyelets so that you have a little bit of variation. So I might actually replace the ones on the bottom with a smaller size. And then they're a little bit more realistic. Looks relatively centered, and then when viewing it from the side, that's how they'd look. And straight straight on. Yeah, so I think now I can go ahead and lock them in place by adding their backings. These smaller sizes are a little bit more difficult with this thickness of yarn, but if you can't get them to lock just by your normal finger pressure, then I would recommend using something like scissors or a tweezers. So now all of the eyelets are locked in place. We can go ahead and start sewing the belly. To make the belly, we're going to do 11 chains. So let's start out and make a slip knot. Wrap the yarn around your fingers like this, forming an X. Insert your hook under the first yarn and then pull the second. And that makes a slip knot. And then we're going to do 11 chains. 1, now we're going to skip this first stitch closest to the hook, and we're going to do 10 half double crochets in our chain. And then chain 1 and turn. Now for rows 2 through 20, we're going to make 10 half double crochets, 1 chain, and turn. For row 21, we're going to do a single crochet decrease. And then 6 half double crochets. 6. And then a single crochet decrease. Chain 1, turn. For row 22, we're going to do a single crochet decrease, and then 4 half double crochets, and then a single crochet decrease. Chain 1, turn, and for row 23 we're going to do a single crochet decrease, and 2 half double crochets, and a single crochet decrease. Chain 1, turn, and now for the last row we're just going to do 2 single crochet decrease. And slip stitch into the next open spot. And there is the base of our belly. So now to make the legs, we'll just continue on using our remaining yarn, and we're going to do 3 single crochets. This isn't an exact science, just kind of find the next open spot that looks like a stitch. And now we're going to do a slip stitch. So pull through, chain 6, And then we're just going to do a slip stitch back onto the body. And a single crochet. And that gives us a nice little bump of a leg and a gap for the next one. And we're going to repeat that all the way around until we reach the opposite side here, which for me it should be about 23 times. So on this corner, since I have the remaining yarn that I had started with on the belly, I'm going to kind of wrap that around. I'm gonna wrap my yarn around that so it kind of gets hidden. So there it's going between my stitches, so it just kind of naturally gets sewn in. So I'm actually going to end up making about 21 legs. This will be my last one. Okay, now we're going to do 4 single crochets just to kind of finish out the butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will leave a long tail so that it can attach to the shell, just kind of enough for it to go around the full body. Scissors. So that comes out to be about 2 feet long of yarn, just to be extra safe. And I will slip stitch to finish it off. For the front legs, we're going to make 12 chains. So to start out, wrap your yarn around your fingers like this, insert your hook under the first loop, pull the second, and make a slip knot. And then we're going to make 12 chains. Then we're going to skip this first stitch closest to our hook, and we're going to go into the next stitch and make 11 half double crochets. And 11. Now we're just going to kind of finish it off and do a slip stitch, pulling it through to kind of connect them, and we're going to take our scissors and cut a length of yarn long enough for tying them together. And I'll just tie a nice little knot. Now we're going to repeat that 2 more times, so we have a total of 3 legs. We can go ahead and start sewing the belly onto the shell and fill it with polyester stuffing. So first we want to line up the belly with the shell, and it doesn't really matter which direction you have facing down, but since I already have the legs kind of going one direction, I'll just make that this orientation, and then we want to line up the shell with the belly so that the flatter end that does have legs lines up with the mouth or nose. And if you want, you can add stitch markers all the way around to kind of keep the two parts lined up. But we're going to start out by sewing the butt end first, since that's where our yarn is. So using a stitch needle or a yarn needle, we'll bring the yarn through the loop. Since my yarn starts from the center of its butt or abdomen, I'm going to have that line up with the center of my shell and just kind of force it to match the shape as I go. So this is about this, no, this is about the center of my shell. And I'm going to try to keep it on the inside of the shell and sew it like this. Through the shell, and now through the belly. So that when it is viewed from the side, the shell is what is kind of overlapping the belly, and then you'll really only see the legs coming out. So I'm kind of stacking the two like this so that they're kind of sandwiched together and sewing them this way. Just double check, how is it lining up? As long as the corner of the belly lines up with the corner of the mouth, that's what I want to keep for our goal. Okay, so that's kind of how the first side is looking. Now, as we are coming up on the mouth, this is where we want to insert the legs, because we're going to have them kind of sandwiched between the belly and the shell, with the tail going on the inside of its body. We will insert the first one, and I'll sew through the belly and that leg, then through the shell, and through the shell, that leg, and the belly. So it's kind of locked in place. We'll do a stitch without one of the legs. And then I'm going to add a middle leg, put its tail inside the belly, through the shell, through the leg, and through the belly. Belly, make sure it's going through the leg and through the shell. And then another one just without any legs. Kind of lock it in place. And now we'll add our final leg. The tail is inside the belly. The little loose strands of yarn through the belly, part of the leg, and then the shell. Shell, leg, belly. Now we should be lined up pretty well on that other side. And all of our legs are locked in place for that front. All right, so now we just will continue sewing the belly to the shell like we did before. And this is where I have a loose strand of yarn from when I first made that shell. So I'm just gonna tuck it inside its body. So this would be a good spot for us to begin stuffing with polyester fill stuffing. And I don't want to do it too stuffed so that it kind of keeps its slim shape but is still squishy. So I use, oh god, it's ginormous. I use polyfill. And I'll start out with about this much and see how I like the way that looks. You really want to make sure that you get it at the front for its head. So again, I don't want to do it too firmly. I do like that he has a good amount of squish, but I'll do a little bit more. So I grabbed another handful about that size. Make sure there's a good amount in the head. That should be a good amount. So now we can finish up our sewing. So now I'm going to cut the remaining about like an inch or two away from where I've stopped. And I'm just going to sew in that loose end. Doesn't really matter where. Okay, and I'm just going to tuck that last little bit into its body. And there he is. There's our little Ohmu. So mine does have a little bit of like a curve to his body if I just didn't line him up very good, but luckily they can be massaged into the form and shape that we want. Just kind of twist him and pull him. And there he is. Little guy. We made an Ohmu.
If you followed along to the very end, I want to thank you for watching, and if you made one of your own, I'd love to see it. Follow me on social media and mention me in your posts, because I always just think it's so cool to see other people use my patterns and make their own versions. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe or share it with your crafting buddies, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. I plan to make more crochet how-to projects in the future, and they'll be based on the patterns I offer on my website. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!